me, Sonny Clark, the hardest working man in sports radio, as we're coming to you live from Barrio Brewing Company here at the Mesa Gateway Airport. Make sure you check us out here. They got some great food, great brews, all kinds of good stuff. Take a look. We got folks out here as they are beginning to move on in and come in. I tell you, with all the brew that they got going on, some of the brew is really good. Specialty brews here, good prices, good folks, good people. So we are here on our Friday Football Fanatics as we get set to broadcast. Oh my goodness, there he is. Let me go ahead. We're going to switch gears here.
And all right, so there we go. We are all set here. I double mic'd up here as we got a little speaker out there. And there he is. He is the one, the only who's going to come in here and give us a hard time each and every week. The Godfather is in the house and find where's his button. Let me hit the back button here. A little technical difficulties going on, but we're all set. There he is, right there. Yes, checking things out. Him being just who he is. The one, the only Godfather. Let's bring him on in here. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. Hey, Godfather, how you doing, man?
You sounded better on your phone than you did on your computer.
So I don't sound. You can't hear me in this thing.
I mean, you're kind of echoey, so I'm not sure if you're connected Bluetooth to the computer or still Bluetooth to your phone.
Well, I'm off the phone, so it shouldn't be echoing anything. So I'm off the phone. Is it there?
I mean, I can hear you, but you're kind of like you're in the microphone's right there, but you're still kind of like in the background. You have too many microphones going.
No, well,
that's
yes
what it is.
No.
You got
yes
one canceling out the other.
Yeah, something like that. Hold on, we'll see what we can do. Hold on, let's check this out.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Friday show of this football extravaganza.
Makes me mad.
Oh, way better.
Is that better? All right.
Yeah,
so,
way better.
All right, so let me unchannel that. There we go. All right, we are here.
Now, what can we do about your face?
Yeah, I don't know what we can do about it. What we can do about that. That being said, hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Had a really good week last week, so I mean, I only lost 3 games.
Yeah, you did really good last week.
Yeah, I won the group, so I was happy with that. So I was able to get. Well, I was able to get within 2 games of Jabu. So
yeah. I somehow got off of the TV here. Hold on a second.
Boy, he is so vain, folks. He has to see himself on TV. Golly.
No, we are here at Barrio. That's why we're here. I wonder why I can't find this. This is silly. And the other one's working just fine. Let's see here. I had this all set up before we came.
Well, you're way better now.
Someone came and moved me around. So, but that being said, of course, that's the name of the show. Catch us on Sunday.
There you go.
Yeah. So, so I guess we got to ask, my friend. Let's go to Monday Night Football, man. Bad day for your Dallas Cowboys at home. But then again, you know, you guys are lucky. I'm just an idiot because I would be right there with you, Podfather. I've got about 6 picks that I hadn't hit that submit button. This was one of them. Remember, we were going off air last Sunday. I was like, you know what, Bryce convinced me. I went ahead and went with the Cardinals and didn't hit the submit button. So you're all set and ready to rock and roll. There you go. But I will tell you, what is the state right now? You think of the Arizona Cardinals, what they're trying to do, or not the Arizona Cardinals, but your Dallas Cowboys. Man, oh man, just it's not good.
Well, why am I the only one talking here? Hello, go back to us. Nobody wants to see me. Sonny.
Hey,
Thank
control yourself. Control yourself. Okay.
I'm controlling my narrative, sir.
Answer the question while I work with some technical difficulties.
Right.
You're not helping me out here at all, pal.
I didn't think I was. No, look. My whole thing with the Dallas Cowboys is this, and I think it's hard to have guys on our show not think about this year only. Cowboys aren't thinking this year because you can't. Think of who they have left to play. You still have the Chiefs. You still have the Lions. You still have, the Chargers. You still have a lot of good teams that will sit there and beat the living shit out of this team.
Yeah.
Defensively, what they did in the trade deadline, they may have helped out their defensive line, including just one person, Quentin Williams. But that might not come into effect until maybe next year, as far as his progress. We go out and we get the guy from the Cincinnati Bengals, who's on the absolutely last place defense. He would anybody be last in Dallas. But they bring him on here, maybe to change the scenery, help him out. We'll see. They did nothing for cornerbacks. They did nothing for safeties. Nothing for really linebackers. Just they more or less attacked the line. Yeah, thank you. And the thing is that you can't look at the Cowboy fans cannot look at this year as how we get there this year, because basically this ain't gonna happen. I mean, this team is too messed up. They have too many problems to deal with fixing it all in 1 year and getting to the big game. I think it's I've been making the joke to my friends this past week. And whenever Sonny, you want to get back on the screen, this would be great because having your reactions. But yeah, no, you're busy. You're busy not being a star now. Yay. But yeah, the Cowboys got Cincinnati Bengals middle linebacker Logan Wilson. Like I said, he's coming from the worst place defense in the NFL to the second worst defense in the NFL. So it's a step up. It's a step up, but we'll see how far up it goes. Again, the Cowboys got a lot of players coming back here soon after the bye. You got what's his name? Sean Overton or I can't remember his last name. Malik Hooker, who was pretty much an issue at the beginning of the year anyway. You still have problems with Deron Bland. He's still either he's tripping over his paycheck or he's something about him made him not want to play anymore. You still don't know what you're going to do with Diggs. So you're still kind of at a defensive handicap as it is already. So you bring in two players. That's nice. And the best thing is you're not getting rental players. You're getting players that they can do a couple of years with and see what can happen down the road. They did give up one of the picks that they got for the Packers, but I think the Jets will have the right to say, do we want the Dallas pick or the Packers pick that we get when that time comes. So that's not until 2027. So
go
ahead. Go ahead, Sonny. Go ahead. Spew all your toxic nonsense to me about how bad I know the Cowboys are bad. We get this.
No. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to spew about how bad they are. I'm going to spew about who gives a big rat's fat ass about the guy that they picked up. I mean, Trey Hendrickson was the guy that they needed to go get. This guy here, like you said, if you're going to grab somebody from the Bengals, why don't you grab the guy, the superstar?
God, you're so stupid. He wasn't available. He was not available for the Bengals to give away. Okay? Bengals did not want to saddle with him by not having him on their team anymore. They're going to do something with him eventually. What it is, I have no idea. But right now, he was not available. So they gave away the one guy they thought would be available. And that'd be Logan Wilson. Is it good? Is it bad? You know what? Every player always benefits sometimes from a change of scenery. I'm not saying he's going to be an all-pro linebacker with the Cowboys because that just doesn't happen. But I do think that it'd be interesting to see how he fits into our system, if there's a system for him to fit into at this point. Before we go any further, obviously we had big news out of Dallas this past weekend. The guy who actually scored a touchdown against the Cardinals this past Monday in the block punt died of a car crash. Well, not car crash. He was running from the police, and and apparently he was going through a lot of mental issues. He's running from the police, wrecked his car, and then shot himself. And that is Marshawn Nealon. You know, it's a lot going on that football kind of takes a back seat to what really happened with this individual. 24 years old. He was the second pick of last year's draft for the Cowboys. And there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, whether it's CTE related, whether it's just this kid was a problem from the beginning, and just this was what happened. I don't know. But it is sad to see that a kid who had everything in front of him. He had money. He had a girlfriend. He had a good life ahead of him. But again, not sure what's up here that's going to make it work for him. So, shout out to his family. I know that Jerry Jones is going to accommodate the family as best he can within the legal limits of his contract, I'm sure. And we'll see what happens. We will see what happens with that. But that's going to be a hole right there on the defense already.
Already. I mean, the defense has got its own problems. The starters who aren't very good, they're going to be out yet again from what I'm reading this week. But we'll talk about that on Sunday. Of course, that's the name of the show. Check us out. That being said, 9 to noon as we look at it. But I don't know. Some news like this, that's either going to bring this football team together or it's going to make it worse, where they are. But that loss last week before all that happened, really, the Dallas Cowboys, I mean, the standings of where they are, I don't know if you see where they are.
You know what's interesting, though, about that, though? And it's something we don't ever think about. Dallas Cowboys have had a shitty time with the Arizona Cardinals for the last 8 times they've played them.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, they're not the easy win that we all think they were back in the 80s and 90s. And this team gets up for them. They have their chance on. It's funny because the Cardinals have had like 20 Monday Night Football games, have lost all of them except the 4 they had against Dallas. Right? So it's
what's
incredible.
that tell you?
It's a matter. It's funny how patterns work, right? So I just think that it's surprising, but it's not surprising what happened. Dallas came out, they were flat on their ass. They did not have any get up and go. They couldn't get the running game going. They got the block punt going, good for them. But you need much more than a block punt to win a football game. And they weren't delivering on defense, which they have done all year. That offensively, they couldn't put it together. And I don't know if it was a curse of Stephen A. Smith and Jerry's booth all night long that was probably coaxing them into a hard loss. Hey, I like Stephen A. Smith. He's honest. I respect the hell out of that guy for what he is. Is he a blowhard? Sure. But he gets paid to be a blowhard. Okay? So, hey, Paul. He's on the show.
Hey, Paul.
But, I do think what all happened here on the trade deadline, what all happened after this past week, Cowboy fans need to not look at this year. They need to look at next year, the year after, possibly the year after that. Let's see what they're going to do. Again, while Jerry Jones owns the right to president and general manager of the Dallas Cowboys, long as owner, Steven's the one making all the picks, all right? Steven's the one making all the trade stuff because Jerry's out there getting $10 billion off an oil deal right now. So this is more of a Steven baby. So
I'm not buying it.
Are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Are you there in Frisco to see what Jerry's doing?
No, but how do you know that it's Steven that's making all those decisions?
Because Jerry has already said he has not been very active this year with the team. So somebody has, whether it's Will McClay or Stephen or Stephen Jones or Jerry Jr. It's one of those 3 that is trying to help steer this ship. And right now, where this ship is, it's sinking. No question about it. It's been sinking for 30 years. Okay. I made the joke to a friend of mine. I said, when Jerry brought the Dallas Cowboys, he got on his knees, he looked up to God and go, Jesus, Lord, please, I need Jimmy to give me some rings. All right? So Jimmy got him 2 rings. And then Jerry got the big head because he's a billionaire. And he's like, you know what? I can do this without Jimmy. I get 1,500 coaches to take this into the Super Bowl. Gets rid of Jimmy, and comes Barry. First year, Barry gets to the championship game and loses. So then Jimmy gets down. Jerry gets on his knees. He says, Lord, you didn't help me out. Devil, you down there? Devil, I need 1 ring for Barry. 1 ring for Barry. Barry got his ring. With Jimmy's team, clearly, yeah, but it is what it is. So while Barry got his ring, Jerry made a deal with the devil. Look where we're at. 30 years later, they haven't even sniffed the championship game.
Well, hold on. Okay. I get what you're saying. All right. But I want you to go back to what you said that Jerry's not. Listen, I don't. You can try to talk yourself into that. Okay. But the simple fact of the matter is Jerry Jones is running that thing. You can't tell me Tuesday. And the reason being is because of what just happened on Monday. On Monday.
The buck stops with him. Sure. But understand this. Understand this. He is the face of the franchise. It's all he's ever wanted to be. The buck stops him. He's the guy on Netflix. He's the guy on ESPN talking to Stephen A. Smith. He's that guy. But when he's out there doing the oil shit, which he's been doing for $10 billion just to service whatever the hell he's servicing out there, at the end of the day, someone's got to run that damn team. He can't do 2 things at once. So now he's micromanaging his kids to do the shit that he wants them to do.
He's not micromanaging nothing. He's managing it. Listen. And the reason I'm not done.
You just want to make him bad, don't you? You just want to make him bad as hell, don't you?
No, I'm going to tell you the reason why I know it's Jim is because of what happened on Monday when they picked up the guy that is not going to. You say he wasn't available. I don't know. When you make a statement like that, I know, Bryce. It's just like, what are you talking about? You got Trey Hendrickson. He is the guy that you needed for your football team. Okay, you needed the
Bengals didn't want to deal him. The Bengals didn't want to deal him. So what did they do? They go get somebody else.
Hold on. The money. Follow the money. It is. It's all about the money when it comes to the NFL and him.
What did Jerry have to give up? What did Jerry have to give up to get him?
I just maybe I'll get a word in edgewise this week. Maybe it might be.
What does Jerry have to do?
Oh, hold on.
What did he have to give up? Go ahead.
There.
Okay, good. Yeah, this is how it should be. I'm the center on the poster. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you straight out the fact that they missed out on Trey Hendrickson. They get that. Listen, I know who the guy is. Listen, the guy's average at best. They didn't need to make that move. That move is dumb. And Jerry's like, yep, I got a deal in place already. Yeah, with nobody. The Dallas Cowboys need a Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah,
because shush.
No. I agree with you. They need a guy like him. He wasn't available. Did he go anywhere else?
Trey, I'm telling you right now, everybody was up, and especially Trey Hendrickson is up for grabs. Especially him, because of the relationship that he has with the Bengals, because of the back and forth about the money that the Bengals aren't going to get him. The reason why they should have got him is because the Bengals won't give him the money. So you do a sign and trade, get this guy in here, and at least you have some stability of a stud on that defensive side of the ball. Since you decided that it wasn't going to be Micah Parsons, find someone else. There are other people in there. The Dallas Cowboys' aggression to get a player that will help them win football games is almost nil. They get these guys because they're cheap. Like, we'll just go ahead. They got big contracts to pay, yes, but keep it going. If you're going to do it, go all in. George Steinbrenner, completely a perfect example of that. He wanted this guy. He went out and got him. Didn't matter what it cost. It didn't matter. The salary. Listen, if you think Jerry Jones is worried about going over the salary cap and being fined for it, you're crazy. They've got the money to do it. Who cares? You go get a Hendrickson to shore up a little bit of that defense. which is obviously the biggest problem with this football team.
Sonny, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Did Trey Hendrickson go anywhere else?
Well, hold on. Do I get to answer it?
Yeah, go ahead. Did he go anywhere else? It's a yes or no question. Don't be like the guy from the FBI and evade the questions. Did he go anywhere else?
Say that again.
Did Trey Hendrickson go anywhere else?
So what?
No.
All right. So,
yes or no?
Wait.
Yes
so,
or don't be the FBI guy. Yes or no? Did he go anywhere else?
Of course.
Because teams out there need a player like him, right?
Yeah, but how many teams are going to be? How many teams are? First of all, how many of those teams are first of all in contention? Listen, when you go and you make these trades at the trade deadline, you take the guys that are going to go in contention. All right, so that's number one. Number two, you also got to look at the franchises on whether or not they're going to spend the money to do so. You got teams in there that, by the way, the Indianapolis Colts not getting them is a complete craziness as it is. Outside,
we know if they offered them anything.
But that's right. We don't know. But here's what I do know. Jerry Jones has got billions of dollars. Okay, so other teams don't. Okay, and what do the Dallas Cowboys need to do? They need to shore up their defense. What do the Dallas Cowboys need to do? Make moves that make sense. What do the Dallas Cowboys need to do? When they make the moves to make sense, put the team together. And then they need to fire the defensive coordinator on top of that as well. Because that defensive coordinator, I can't remember his name. It's the Chicago Bears. That dude right now, you know, he gave him the quote unquote vote of confidence. How long that's gonna last? But that guy needs to go too. A lot of the things about the Dallas Cowboys, there are guys that they need to bring for your football team. No Parsons, no Micah Parsons, fine, but at least replace the guy. They are not replacing it. They are not making smart football moves. And that's because of Jerry Jones. Okay. Not because of his sons, not because of the family. It's Jerry Jones.
You're not hearing me. Okay, that's fine because you're stupid. Listen, here's the thing. It's not about just how much money do the Cowboys have to buy a trader. They're not trying to buy the services, okay? They're trying to make an NFL trade. They're trying to say, what value do we have that the Bengals are willing to take from us to get this one player? Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, the Cowboys have 2 number 1 draft choices for the next 2 years, at least if they did before quitting the Williams. Mm-hmm. Okay. They had that at least. For all I know, because I'm not in the room, you're not in the room, I'm not on the phone with Jerry, you're not on the phone with Jerry. I don't know what was offered to the Bengals to get Trey Hendrickson. Either way you look at it, the Bengals said no. All right. The Cowboys are looking at saying, well, look, if I bring him in now, I have to renegotiate with him for next year anyway. Who's to say he's going to stay here or he's only be a part-time player for a team that's not let me finish. That's not winning this year.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's why they have sign and trades. It happens all the time in the NFL. You sign them and get them going and go that route.
Again, the Bengals have to sign and trade with him. If he's not willing to budge for a sign, they ain't gonna be able to trade him. So forget about that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying when there are guys that help your football team and you're Jerry Jones, not any other football team in the NFL. I'm talking Jerry Jones. Okay, Jerry Jones makes moves, and believe me, that deal could have got done. You can't convince me any differently. Again, if it's the Jaguars, I understand.
It didn't
get done with Jerry. Browns, I understand.
Guess what? Other teams did not get that deal done with them either. Okay, so whether or not,
but not all those teams are going to spend the money. You and I both know.
I'm not saying every other team wants him. I'm saying teams that are in contention, teams that want to contend, they could have called him up like the Colts could have done. They could have offered a sign and trade with him as well. None of that came through. He is still a Bengal, regardless of how you look at it. He's still a Bengal for this year, and I guess next year as well. So as of right now,
that's the thing.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
But the thing is,
I'm telling you, maybe you don't understand the concept of what.
Maybe you don't understand the fact that you're 2 minutes inside your head.
Sign and trade. Do you understand the concept of sign and trade?
I do understand that. Do you understand the fact it's not about the amount of money that the other team is trying to offer? It ain't about that. It's about, look, you want value for the pick, that's fine. You have to sign them, then we'll trade you what we have available to give to you.
Absolutely.
The Bengals aren't willing to sign them. It all starts with the Bengals.
It all starts with the Bengals, but
it all stops and starts with the Bengals because they have the ownership of that player.
Yeah, I get that. All right, Trey, but listen. Are you telling? Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I'll bow to. I will bow to your.
He's wrong, everybody. Yeah, he's wrong.
How do you come in and say, but first of all, let's say you're saying that they didn't even pick up the phone. Either side.
I didn't say that at all.
Okay, I'm saying the fact that they didn't, or listen, if there were news that the Dallas Cowboys was going out to get Trey Hendrickson, I'm telling you right now, Adam Schefter would have been all over this. Okay, Adam Schefter wasn't.
Is he wiretapping all the team's phones?
Say again.
Does he wiretap all the team's phones? He doesn't know.
No, he's in the now. This is the guy that gets that information.
So Adam Schefter would absolutely know if Jerry Jones picked up a cell phone, called the owner of the Bengals and says,
absolutely.
"Hey, listen, I like Trey Hendrickson. Don't tell nobody right now, but I like Trey Hendrickson."
I'm saying that he knows if someone's picked up.
Adam Schefter is the guy who gets the information to tell everybody in the news. He didn't have the information to give anybody. Maybe because it wasn't made available.
That's my point. Okay, thanks for making my point. You just made my point. Okay,
no, I didn't.
Adam Schefter didn't report on it because it didn't happen, and that's what I'm telling you. If the Dallas Cowboys were actually reaching out to the Bengals, okay, that would have been in the news from Adam Schefter. I'm telling you, I'm not wrong. You're wrong. Adam Schefter would have got that news, and we would have heard it. We didn't hear that at all. So
does Adam Schefter know when Jerry doesn't have to go to the bathroom? He just assumes it happens, right?
You just forget. I'm just gonna let you. You go ahead. No.
He's never really in the room. He just happens to know things.
I must say, where's the brick wall? I gotta just keep running into the brick wall. Money talks, bullshit walks. Okay. The fact of the matter is, the Dallas Cowboys did not talk about the right player when they contacted the Bengals. They ended up with this guy. Okay. They did contact him. That's number one. So that happened. Number two.
Okay. Hold on a second. Okay. I like that. I like what you're saying there. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. Who do the Cowboys have currently to trade for Trey here? If it was available, who do they have available on the team, money wise, to trade with the Bengals to pick up Trey Hendrickson to better their team and better their needs? Who do they have? Now we know they have draft choices.
Yes, they got draft. They got draft position and things of that sort. Listen, stop. Okay,
well,
stop. I don't listen. Because the question is they ended up with some guy on that football team.
Yeah, they picked up some guy. They got some guy. They got something to appease. They got a guy that can walk in and start.
Why even get that guy? Why even contact the Bengals to get that guy?
It's making a move to appease your fans that were still making. They still made another move during the day.
So you're saying the fans of the Dallas Cowboys?
No, shut up.
The fans of the Dallas Cowboys like that guy?
No, listen to me. Shut up. Listen. You just want to hear yourself talk because you think you're right. Listen. Here's the thing. You know it's true. It's, Santa's got you on his list, sir. It ain't all that great.
I'm sorry. Who interrupted me all through the beginning of this?
You interrupted me.
That was in retaliation for what you did at the beginning of the show.
What I do? I thought I couldn't hear you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Of course you're done because you know you're wrong.
No,
See, that's what of
I'm not wrong.
They contacted the Bengals and ended up with some loser on the side of. They contacted the Bengals, ended up with some loser instead. Why even contact the Bengals to get that guy? He's not going to do anything for this football team. Now, granted, the point you made a little earlier, what good is it going to do for this year? That makes a little bit of sense. But on a sign-in trade, maybe. Listen, go back. Let me bring this up. The standings in the NFC East are 6-2. The Cowboys are 3 games behind right now. Okay, so and it should have been less than that. But I mean, losing to the Cardinals is stupid. God, how'd that happen? That having been said, of course, that's the name show. Catch us from 9 to noon and on Sunday. But I'm telling you right now, the Dallas Cowboys should not have even contacted the Cincinnati Bengals for anybody but Trey Henderson. There's nobody on that football team worth having if you're the Dallas Cowboys. Now, if you're another franchise that needs that guy, that kind of player, because of the fact that the money is not there with them, oh, there goes Jerry doing exactly what he has done in the past, is pay nobodies thinking that they're going to try to help this football team. So that's one of the problems. They've had the opportunities, not once, not twice, but 3 times to get players to help this football team, and they haven't done it. And you and I both know that this has been one of those things that has been one of Jerry's problems. Instead of paying players that can help him, he's not paying or getting the ones that can help him. He's paying Dak, wonderful. Dak's MVP, well, take away from Monday night. MVP caliber. You got CB Lane. You got your people that you're set. But if Trey Hendrickson shores up that defense and you got a leader on that field and they dropped the ball and got the wrong guy. So that's all I gotta say about that.
What?
That's right. So that being said, of course, that's the name of the show on Sunday. Let's go to where's my page? There it is. All right. So we were talking Arizona Cardinals after the debacle, but now Arizona has got some work to do. Them in the trade deadline. Now there's a quarterback controversy in Arizona. Should there be a quarterback controversy in Arizona? I don't know. You look at the numbers. Okay? Listen, I don't want to disrespect Jacoby Brissett. He's a good football player. He's not a superstar. He's not great. But what does this guy do? He puts it together. And not only that, made it look good. I mean, the numbers don't lie. That's what they say. Tom McManus says that on this show. Go ahead. Bingo. I'm waiting for you. He says it all the time. The proof is in the pudding. And what has been put out on the field for the Arizona Cardinals for the last 3 to 4 years tells me a lot. And then I will ask the podfather. If Kyler Murray was starting that game, do you think they win that football game?
Yeah, because he always wins. He always wins in Arlington.
Okay, that's a good point.
But also, go back to that page real quick. You say numbers don't lie, right?
No, the numbers normally don't lie. You got to remember.
Okay.
One's a backup, one's a start. So, okay.
You want me to talk, or are you going to keep talking?
I don't know. I'll decide in a minute. Go ahead.
Apparently, clearly. Brissett won his first game this past Monday.
Yep.
So he might be a good quarterback, but he's been there for a losing cause. The same cause that Kyler Murray's been there for. I don't think the quarterbacks are really the big issue there. I think they got bigger issues than just who the quarterback is. Now, you cannot like Kyler Murray, which, I get it. I'm not a big fan of his either. And Brissett does seem to have a better control of that offense. But it's not like it's winning as many games as it is for Kyler. So those numbers aren't lying, okay? Again, anybody who the Cowboys are playing next are looking at the Dallas Cowboys as we're going to torch them. When they play the Raiders in 2 weeks, that's going to be a get-right game for Geno Smith. Let's be honest. You don't like Geno Smith, and I get it. You don't like the Raiders, I get it. But that's going to be a good game for them to get their shit back together. Because Dallas has a defense currently, even with the new people coming in, aren't going to solve all the problems. So I really do think that the Cardinals have nothing to lose with Brissett starting as quarterback than they do with Kyler Murray. And I think Kyler Murray, you keep him healthy so you can possibly do a sign and trade for him next year.
Off season.
But you can't do it during the season now. So and you're not gonna let him go because of the cap hit. So definitely, kind of like Trayvon Diggs. He's kind of a dead man walking right now. So we'll see what's gonna happen here at the end of the year. But they're not gonna do anything during the season. And again, you keep him healthy, keep him from getting hurt, because now after being out for the last 2 or 3 weeks, now he's down the injured reserve list for 4 weeks. So like whatever he was recovering from wasn't enough for him to bounce back. So they gotta give him a month off. Just gonna give him off the entire month of December off, or November off. So yeah, he's done. He's done. And by the way, if the Cardinals come away and they win 3 out of 3 or 4 games in the process, by the end of the season, all it's gonna do is mess up their positioning in the draft. I'm not saying they should tank, but that's kind of where they're gonna be at. And they're a team right now who can't really afford to tank.
Here's what I'll say. I'll put this out there for you, okay? As far as Jacoby Brissett is concerned, Jacoby Brissett, you said it. The numbers don't lie, and
no, you said that. I'm agreeing with you, but the thing is, the record is also part of those numbers as well. They have about the same kind of record as a starter,
right.
1-2, 2-3. So
the only difference in that is that who's looked better in reality. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Go ahead and lose a football.
Who's most yards, and I get all that, and then who's hitting your favorite receiver? I get it, but at the end of the day, I said the offense runs better with Brissett. We know this.
Absolutely.
And mainly because Brissett can see over the offensive line.
And he's looked better even in the losses, because if you take a look at how Kyler Murray has been losing football games, makes you want to puke. The when Jacoby Brissett has been in for that football team, they looked like an NFL football team. They looked like a team that was together. They looked like they had some kind of chemistry. And that is the big difference between Kyler Murray and Jacoby Brissett. Listen, I'm not saying Jacoby Brissett's a starting football coach or a football quarterback in the NFL, except for the Arizona Cardinals. But I will say this is that Bruce Arians, and my brother told me this because I didn't hear it, so I'll give him the credit for saying it. Bruce Arians said, the fact of them moving Kyler Murray and eating a lot of this contract is something that the Arizona Cardinals won't do. Now, that's coming from Bruce Arians. Now, I'm going to take it from him. Bruce Arians, he's got some knowledge. Obviously, one of the most beloved coaches here in Arizona. When he was here, he knows that franchise. He knows what they're going to do inside now. So they're not going to eat a lot of that contract for Kyler Murray. I will say that I think if something happens and they can get something, depending on what it is, and I don't know what will be the final deal, but I think the Arizona Cardinals, and this is just me, will eat 35% of that contract if they can get something in return. So the fact of the matter is that you're right. Kyler's not going anywhere for the rest of this year, but he is definitely going to be shopped here in the offseason. So, and then we go to those 5 teams that'll be out there, which, by the way, Bryce and Brooklyn don't want to hear it, but the Steelers are, from the things that I've been reading, could be interested in a Kyler Murray.
I see him going more to the Saints, I think.
I agree.
Yeah, but
Panthers, but probably he'll come up. I'm going to tell you, I think the team that ends up with him are the Jets. Because guess what? The Jets.
The quarterback's going to die.
Yeah, exactly. And or which would get Obi really rocking the Cleveland Browns.
Dude, can you picture that? You have Shadur Sanders, you have Deshaun Watson still.
He hates them, and then get Kyler Murray on there. He hates them too. He'd have 3 that he really, really hates. It's wonderful. But
Brissett has one thing that Kyler Murray doesn't have right now, is the fact that if Brissett screws up, he'll have the fallback of, well, he was a backup.
I don't know who the backup is after that. I don't know. I haven't looked.
No. That's not my question. I said if he screws up, people will say, well, he was just a backup.
Right. Exactly.
No.
Nothing
Torres.
to lose.
I mean, all the fingers are pointing at Kyler Murray that he's screwed up. That he was the overpaid, overblown guy. He's been in the league for now 7 years?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And they ate that big contract 4 years ago. And I'm telling you right now, this is the biggest mistake this franchise made. They handcuffed the franchise where they couldn't really do anything. And the only thing they could work through is through the draft.
It's good to see that Jerry Jones doesn't make the only stupid mistakes out there.
Well, there you go. Well, that's the difference between the Arizona Cardinals and Jerry Jones. So,
Well, then again, Jerry's got 3 rings, and the Cardinals only have 1 appearance.
But it's going to be real interesting to see what the Arizona Cardinals do. Now, I don't know if you had the chance. Were you working last night?
I was. Wouldn't say I was working, but I was there.
Broncos won their 7th game in a row.
Good for them. And you know what? And they're – can't say it's all been quality. I mean, the Eagles are quality. Bengals not so much. Jets not so much. Cowboys not so much. Houston.
That was an ugly game last night.
I mean, but they got by last night. So I mean, they didn't blow out the Raiders. They got by.
Yes.
And I mean, and they still have some teams coming up here soon that are going to be putting it to them. So, I mean, beginning of the season, I was the first one to say, watch the Broncos be the contender in the West. I said that. And they got laughed at by you and everybody else because y'all think I was too busy admiring my source, which I don't know my source.
I didn't laugh at you about the Denver.
Dude, you laughed at me the entire way, folks. I'm an abused victim.
I think what you like to say, you say what you think that I said more so than what I said, but that's okay. But no, Denver. I actually was high on Denver this year. I didn't expect them to win the division. I didn't expect them to be where they're at right now.
I don't think anybody was ever really high on Bo Nix, and I was actually the one who said, I believe in Bo. I think he's got something, and he's won people over. He's won people over.
Yep.
And he's in a system that works for him. Sean Payton is that guy. I mean, has he found the next Drew Brees? I wouldn't go there.
We'll find out.
But he's got time. I mean, Drew Brees wasn't Drew Brees for at least the first couple of years.
Yep.
So, but the thing is, the Broncos, they benefit from a pretty easy schedule right now, minus the Eagles. But I mean, they're able to play teams that are pretty beat up right now. I mean, if you go back and put up those 7 wins they got real quick,
yeah,
you took it down in no time at all. And Bengals, I mean, they got the worst. They are the worst defense in the league, minus the Cowboys. Then they got the Jets, which the Jets are the Jets. The Giants, I have no heart, no soul, no nothing. The Cowboys, we know what they're all about. The Texans, they're kind of come back down to earth, being the Houston team that we all kind of remember. And the Raiders are the Raiders. So until they actually win, I mean, to their credit, you have to win. You have to win who's on your schedule.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, people can sit there and talk about not quality wins, not this, not that. Who they beat. They still beat who's on the team. I mean, who's on the schedule. And in order to get to where you want to get to, you have to win these games.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't win these games, you're like the Dallas Cowboys. You take the games, you take it for granted, and you lose them. And then next thing you know, you're looking up, saying you're going, 3-5-1. Do I still have a chance? No. So now they still have a chance for 500. The Cowboys do. They can go 8-1. But I mean, again, you got the Chiefs, you got the Raiders, you got not in order, but you got the Chargers, you got the Lions, you got the Commanders again, you got the Giants again.
Right.
Good luck with all that, because each one of those teams, especially the two in your division, remember when you beat them.
Yep.
So
well, next week is going to be the game for the Denver Broncos. They're home. They get the Chiefs in next Sunday. It's going to be probably, we'll go to. They can win or lose the game. That's fine, but it will go to how they win or lose that game, based upon what they're trying to do, as far as that division is concerned. where they are as far as maybe trying to either win the division or at least wrap up one of those wild cards. As of right now, they got a wild card wrapped up all the way. But if they have a good show, win or lose next Sunday against the Chiefs, that's where you're gonna look at them and go, where can they go? This is the fork in the road next Sunday because of the way they played yesterday against the Geno Smith and the Raiders. Okay, so you're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to get into the film room and find out what the hell happened, because if they walk in and at home take on the Chiefs and play like they did last night, they're gonna get blown out of the water.
But it's funny because the way the Chiefs are playing right now, it ain't like they can't go in there and lose 24-23. I mean, they are beatable. I mean, the Bills showed that to them. I mean, the Bills will always beat them in the regular season. No questions asked.
Well, the Jaguars beat them. But that was because of one. Well, there were a couple of mistakes.
A win's a win, though. A win's a win, though. A win's a win.
A pick six. But that's what they'll have to look at. If they get that win against the Chiefs, or they lose well, and I know that's a horrible thing, but you see how they're playing, then you can say, what are you going to be looking for as far as the Broncos are concerned? As within the division and the standings where they're at, they're on top of it with the 8-2. The Chargers are 2 games behind them. Well, that depends. If the Chargers win on Sunday, they'll be 1 game behind. But you can't count the Chiefs out. You got 3 teams, and the Chiefs are 5-4. So you got 3 teams right there that in that division that will be vying for one of those playoff spots. If not, all 3 of them make it, depending on what happens at the other divisions.
It's amazing. You think about it. The season ends today. Chiefs are out of the playoffs.
Yeah. But Patrick Mahomes, and it was really interesting. And I know I read a fake news report, but part of it was true about Kelsey and their benching of Kelsey, to supposedly rest him up. But the part that wasn't true is because of his, not being, having his attention on football because he's getting married to the, richest woman in music, right now. But that was not true. But what it does, though, it kind of sees Andy Reid finding out where Kelsey is as far as his mindset and where Patrick Mahomes needs him to be as far as his mindset in order to win football games. Because you say what you want about his wide receivers and running back and all that. This offense goes through Kelsey. Kelsey needs to be the Kelsey that we know, or we're going to see the Kansas City Chiefs be, spit and sputter. They'll win games, but they'll spit and sputter to do it. More so than if you look 2 years ago, they blew teams out, and that's just not happening.
Should the offense run through a tight end, though?
Say again?
Should the offense run through a tight end, though?
Well, you take who you get. Were you going to take Antonio Gates out of the lineup?
Well, I mean, this is still run through your quarterback, who still has to rely on the running back, Pacheco, plus who has to rely on guys like Kelsey and his wideouts. So, honestly, the team runs through the offensive line. If they can protect all that stuff and get these guys open.
Good point.
Kelsey's just one of those cog members on the offensive line who can catch a pass.
Yeah, and he could get depth. You're right. And your number 1 wide receiver is Juju Smith-Schuster, or whatever, however you say it. Okay, let's just nobody to write home to mama about. Okay, so that being said, your number 1 wide receiver is your tight end and Travis Kelce, and which, by the way, listen, Travis Kelce is one of those dudes that plays for fun, not for business. There's a difference. We all know there's a difference. He used to play for business, but now he's playing for fun. And so the seriousness of it and the reports that I've been reading about Andy Reid had to grab his ass every once in a while, say, listen, get your head back in the game, Dan. Not the sideline antics. That's happened for the last 4 years. I don't even care about sideline antics. But when it starts creeping into practice and creeping into how you got a game plan for a football team without a Travis Kelce, or are you going to kind of put him to the side? That tells you something about the football team and where it's at.
You know, it's gonna be funny because in 2 weeks, I mean, when they come to Dallas for Thanksgiving, can you picture just how much the offensive line, the whole entire offense of the Kansas City Chiefs are looking at going, yeah, we're gonna really stretch our muscles here for this game. Oh my God, this is gonna be a freaking field day. They got no one to cover Kelce, no one to cover our. We can put our third and fourth string running backs into our game, like the Cardinals did. And they can rack up yard after yard after yard because they got nothing. I mean, yeah, they picked up the guy from the Jets who's just happy he's out of New York. So good for him.
Yeah, good
you know,
point. Good for them. Yeah.
Yeah, so good for them. They still don't have. I mean, they might have the best offense technically or whatever, but they wait and see it against the Cardinals. And
well, they don't have the best offense, but they're the best team in the NFL.
Yeah.
So you look at all around in reality. Usually, when the defense was lacking, that's when you saw Patrick Mahomes having to step up. When Mahomes was doing it, the last 2 years, that Kansas City Chiefs defense was pretty damn good.
You know who's getting a buy on all that is their defense.
Yeah.
You can't say GV defense is getting a buy on all this stuff because think about it. They're the ones who gave up all these damn points to Buffalo.
Yeah, I agree.
They're the ones that are blowing these games late in the game. I mean, late in the and they're getting a bye because everybody thinks of the Chiefs as well. They're Mahomes and Kelce and Andy Reid. And now Andy Reid, he a defensive style coach.
Yeah, he's a defensive style coach. Yeah.
Okay. Then the
by the way, the only head coach that has been a head coach for 2 teams for more than 10 seasons on each team, which is amazing in itself, especially in today's game.
Yeah, I mean, I think Fisher had that claim for a while, but then when he was with the Titans, and because he did Houston and the Titans for a while.
So. Yeah, I think so. Fisher. Where was he before he went to the Titans? I forget.
He's with Houston, wasn't he?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's right. He went over. Yeah, if you count it that way. Yeah, because they went to Tennessee, went over.
Yeah.
So they're still the quote unquote same franchise, but teams. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Good point there. But I think they go when they figure that by own.
I was saying he's with the Texans. That wasn't so much the Oilers, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Which now Jeff Fisher is the leader of the AFL, the new forget it. I won't go that route. But yeah, pretty far from grace. You see that, but anyway, that's another story.
Hey, it's like Bob Stoops. He's still the head coach of the Arlington Renegades, where the fuck?
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, but at least that had some legitimacy to it in reality. If you do the research on the new AFL compared to the new AFL or the old AFL, 2 total different things. He's just trying to help keep that.
I'm really curious. Why doesn't arena football make that much money? I mean, it's such a cool atmosphere to have. It's like hockey. It's like hockey and football come together.
Money. It's money, and no one wants to give up disposable income and piss it away because there's no profit. Believe me, dude. I've been in the front office of one of the biggest indoor football leagues in the country, and there's just no money. When you don't have any money, you don't have success regardless. When you have money, there are certain teams within that era. They have money, they're successful. There's no question. But the problem is the amount of teams that don't have money compared to the teams that do, it's not even close.
Well, I mean, for years they've been talking about the NFL needs to utilize the USFLs and the AFLs and whoever else is. That's kind of like a farm league for some of their rookies and stuff like that. I don't think that would work because football is not like baseball, to where you can put a guy in baseball and have him try to hit the ball 3 or 4 times a game. You're talking football every play. It's a different style of game. Like any football league is different from arena football. Arena football is different from USFL. USFL is different from NFL.
I like me a little Canadian football at the playoffs.
I hate that they have to run 120 yards for a touchdown.
Yep, that's the way it is. So, but interestingly enough, the Kansas City Chiefs, I don't even count them out. They're third in this division. and I don't even count them out. I mean, sometimes you look at a team that's in third place and go, "Well, forget about it. They don't have
Dude,
what it takes." But it's the Kansas City Chiefs. They got what it takes.
So you got the Chargers and the Broncos ahead of them right now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Both those two teams need to smash the neck of all their opponents moving forward, just so Kansas City can't get anywhere near that. Because Kansas City can win as many games as they need to. They have to live. I mean, as long as they lose those divisional games to both the Broncos and the Chargers, those two teams hold their own destiny in their hands.
Absolutely.
And keeping Kansas City out of the playoffs is a huge must, especially for a team like Buffalo, who cannot stand seeing Kansas City in the playoffs. But, at the same time, you're going to get those kind of people who say, well, if the Bills go Super Bowl, do they really play the Chiefs? They're going to get those kind of fans, right? Because it's like when the Dallas went to their third Super Bowl with Jerry. They played the Packers that last time around, right? But everybody's like, well, does it count because it was against the Niners? It is what it is. It is who it is, right? What are you bugged about?
Don't worry about what I'm doing.
I'm worried about you, sir.
Don't worry.
I have total concern here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just fine. I'm just looking for my next drink, so that's all. But,
you haven't been anyway. To time out. You mean you're not being the Sonny diva that I remember you at SOAR being like?
No, I do that 20 minutes before I leave. I do that 20 minutes before I leave. I make my order.
By the way, speaking of wrestling, real quick, shout out to our good friend Nigel Rabbit, celebrated his 50th birthday today.
What happened?
Our good buddy Nigel Rabbit. He's celebrating his 50th birthday today. So
okay. So him and what's Brittany still married?
Yeah.
Good, that's good.
I
think that one will survive. I don't know why, but I kind of think that one will survive.
Oh, so I mean, the thing is that he's good. Him and Brittany are good people, and I know they're in Disney World recently, and I mean they share the same kind of interest, and that's always a good thing. But Nigel just turned 50. I told him I hope you have a better 50 years than I did my 50th year. So because mine was spent in jail. So I mean there is that. That and a repo car and a few other things. So I mean. It's been rough.
Well, that being said, how are you feeling though? You're up and running. You got the tire for the car and everything.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. We got the tire fixed. We got.
How's your boy doing?
He's good. I had him this past weekend. He was up here. We watched a couple. We went back and rewatched the Spider-Man Homecoming movie.
Okay, I've actually seen that.
Yeah. You forget how good Michael Keaton is as a bad guy. I mean, he's Batman,
he's
great. But as the villain, he's great.
I think he is too. I think that one's my favorite Spider-Man, and the second one from the original is my favorite. The first one,
the Tom Holland movies seem to get him right because they got him more in lines with the Avengers.
Yeah.
The other two were kind of like, hey, this is our version of Spider-Man, and to bring all three of them together in that last Tom Holland movie, was kind of cool.
Yeah, that is.
But we also saw the Karate Kid Legends because we were big Cobra Kai fans and everything else. So we watched the new Karate Kid Legends with Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan together, and it wasn't bad. It didn't suck. It wasn't great, but it wasn't nearly as good as the original Karate Kid movies. But it was good enough. But we did that, and not having to rush him back home to do the show on the phone in the car like I was doing back in the day. Not have to worry about that anymore. That's a plus.
Yeah.
So, because having to listen to you sit, bitch, and moan about your team while the car's going in and out of signal is kind of weird. So,
well, speaking of my team, they get lucky. They get lucky this week. As they take on the Houston Texans, they don't get the starting quarterback for this football. They do get David Mills, though. But I'm telling you right now, don't sleep on David Mills. Okay.
You know what though? With the quarterback being out for Houston, if I was the Jaguars, I'd say, hey, bring it on. We've shown we can compete this year. We may not be the end all be all best team that Sonny wants us to be, but at the same time, we're competing.
Yep.
we have a better record than we have losing right now. So
Absolutely. And you look at the comparisons of what they did. I got a graphic, but of course I don't have my damn glasses, so I can't see it. But I have a graphic. Here it is. Hold on, where's my? All right, so compared them
Use your
because
graphics.
I thought it was really interesting. Where is it at? Where is it at?
You and your damn graphics.
Yeah, hey, it's the important things. See, and that's what I'm talking about. You can't even see the darn things. Well, I'll find it in a minute. I thought I had it, but I didn't. But the Jaguars, they go out and they get a guy that hopefully that will be able to help them. I don't know if it will or not. When you take a look at what's going on, this is a good. It's not the answer, but it's a good answer for not having Hunter in the lineup. Let's see, is it this one? No, that's Caleb Williams. So I have a comparison of some of the teams where they were last year to this year. Jaguars also passed theirs. Interestingly enough.
You forgot one important graphic, which is probably why they got Jacoby. What's his name?
Yeah,
Travis Hunter's out for 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You were kind of typing when I said that, so
I wasn't listening.
Yeah, you were. you were like, yeah. But thanks for reiterating what I was trying to say. I appreciate that.
Really, got a big ass nose here. I don't know if I like that or not. I need to get a nose job.
I had one. Oh crap! Well, there it is. Here it is. All right, last year to this year. I knew I put it up there. But look at the Jags, 5-3. Remember that football team went 4-13 last year. Mm-hmm. Look at the Patriots. The Patriots are, man, the team that has turned around.
That's surprising.
It is surprising because I expected Vrabel to go in. I expected them to be competitive, not actual contenders. And right now, they're ahead of the Buffalo Bills in the standings. So that tells you something.
Well, again, they have to do what Buffalo didn't do, and that's put their foot on their throat of their opponents and suffocate their second place team. So they have to get the wild card. I mean, I'll tell you the thing that's impressing me is the Niners, because the Niners aren't. I mean, they're as injured as they were last year, but they're winning now.
Yeah. And the Bears, 5-12 last year, they're 5-3 now at the midway point for them. Congratulations!
It'll fall apart eventually, sir.
It may. I mean, because I do have that Caleb Williams one I'll put up in a moment. But look at the Panthers at 5-12. Listen, this is a hard watch, but they got the tick underneath the W right there. But 6-11 for San Francisco. They're 6-3, but they're in the same boat as they were last year in reality. So when you see those things that are going on and those teams, their expectations from the franchises that they obviously play for, who's going to still be there in the next 8 weeks? That's the big stuff that's going on for this week. Actually, 9 weeks because they go 18 weeks. So there's 9 more weeks in the NFL season. I cannot believe we're past the midway
point now.
Yeah, we're at the midway point, man. I can't believe it. But that being said, of course, that's the name of the show. You can check us out every Sunday on the Couch Potato Sports Show.
Okay, so while we're here, okay, who do you got, Bill? Falcons or Colts? They're playing in Indianapolis.
Why are we going to talk about that game instead of on Sunday?
I was going to catch you off guard.
Yeah, well, you're not catching me off guard. I got a list of things to go down, man. I got them all set, and the problem is I can't see them, but I had them in some sort of order when we were going to try to do it. So that being said,
you're unorganized. I'm not going to catch you off guard. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm a hard man to catch off guard. Yeah, this one with Tucker Kraft being out, he's out for the season for the ACL. This is going back to a tight end that Jordan Love kind of leaned on this guy to help him, try to win football games. I think that's going to be a significant injury moving forward for the rest of the season, but it's going to be about I guess I got to tell you here. All right, there he is. Yeah, it's going to. he's going to have to depend on the other one because Jordan Love uses both of the tight ends in reality. But the fact of the matter is they got a pretty good run game. So when you got the run game going on, it's okay if you're missing one of your guys as long as you got the other ones that are halfway decent.
You can include your fullback as a tight end too if you have a fullback.
You could, yeah.
So
But they got Jones at their running back position. He's not as good as the ones that are leading, but he is more capable than most of the ones in the NFL. So and that goes back to Green Bay where they are, and you go into the standings for them. If you look at it, the NFC North, Packers on top 5-2. Lions are digging at their heels at 5-3. The tie for the Packers is the reason why they're in the lead as of right now in the NFC North. But the Bears right there at 5-3, same as the Lions.
You know what, though?
And don't forget about the Vikings. I'm telling you right now, the Vikings look so much better with J.J. McCarthy at the quarterback position. And yes, I know they lost. Don't get me wrong. But you got to look at the loss and how they lost. They look so much better. Maybe next week or maybe in the week after, you'll see the Vikings, making a play for that division too. You got all 4 teams going there.
I don't think the Vikings are going to be anywhere near contention for this team. It's going to be the two worst team of the Packers and the Lions. The problem is when the Lions are screwing up, so are the Packers. So neither one is catching each other because they're both losing at the same time. The only time they catch each other is when they play each other. But up next, you got the Vikings playing the. Okay. You got the Ravens at the Vikings. The Ravens are starting to figure it out. So I don't know.
Well, you know what though? What needed to happen for them. You saw you got Jackson back. You saw Jackson play very well. Now, granted, it wasn't a number 1 team or a top 5 team in the NFL, but like you say, and we both say, you got to play who you're in front of, and it's how you did it. How they destroyed them is the story there. But this week, a total different story for the Ravens. They're taking on the Vikings, right? It's the Vikings, and man, I don't know. That's what I'm going to have to think about. I got initial picks in case I forget one.
I did too. I've initially picked the Ravens on that one only because I think they're starting to kind of feel it right now. And Minnesota, as good as let's face it, they're not playing bad. They're just not playing great.
Well, their defense is what's saving them. Their defense is outstanding.
Yeah, offensively, they're still trying to figure out the quarterback situation. Yeah. As far as is he going to be our guy?
Yeah.
And the thing is, going against the Ravens defense, that could be now they're not the same defense as Ray Lewis, obviously, but obviously the aura of the Ravens defense. Now they're playing in Minnesota, I believe.
Yes, I think they are.
So that might be a plus for them. I currently have the Ravens picked. I could change it by the time the game hits.
Right.
But we'll see.
Well, we'll do that on Sunday morning when we
you guys will. I will not.
I know. Well, you know what? Then I don't mind doing that. If you want to talk about your picks in the game,
that's what I was trying to do. But you had your own little agenda.
No, I'm interested. Unless you don't want to.
I'll do it because these are all tentatively who I'm picking right now until I figure otherwise.
Well, you reserve the right to change your mind.
By the way, last week on the show with Bryce on here, I said the Colts were going to beat the Steelers. Yes. I did not realize I had picked the Steelers to win. So, yay me.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, you got lucky. The ones that I should have changed. Normally, when you change them, you miss it. But the ones I have 6 on the ones where I'm supposed to change them, and they won. So normally it's the opposite.
You took an ass kicking last week, so
I did. So that's I'm coming back. I'm coming back. But by the way, I want to tell you something. Geno Smith looked so bad last night. It just proves what I was talking about as far as him and his quality. Go ahead.
Wait till next Monday.
Who they got next Monday?
The Dallas Cowboys.
Oh yeah. And they'll make the Dallas Cowboys defense look good.
No. it's gonna be a get right game for Geno Smith.
It should be.
Yeah.
Oh, you think so? I think Dak Prescott's going to
so.
throw for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. They'll win by 3 touchdowns. I think they blow them out. I do.
I don't think so.
Because, but think of this. This is what the Cowboys do. I mean, that's what they
You
should
would
do in
think
this
so,
game, right?
but they wasted that against the Cardinals because every other week they win. They
Listen,
blew it with
you've
the
been on
Cardinals.
this show now 3 years. Okay, this is your 3rd year. Okay, and we talked about that in the
And by
first
the way,
year
I
and the second.
am a champion for one of those years, so remember
Yes, you
that.
are. But the Arizona Cardinals did it 2 years ago, and it just beat the snot out of them. Those 2 teams, man. That's a great rivalry that doesn't get a lot of publicity. I think. So, there's Poe. Is that Poe?
No, it's my trophy.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's a nice trophy. Say that. Thank you, Sonny. That's a nice trophy.
No, I won it. I'm gonna say thank you. I won it.
I picked it. So there you go. So
Pick it all you want. I won the damn thing.
That's right. You got the bragging right. So there you go.
Exactly. I had one good year.
Hey, it happens. Listen, I've had a couple of decent for the last 2. I want to win it, but you never know. Probably not going to happen. I don't know. I'm only 6 behind.
I will say this: you are the ultimate loser in this because not only do you lose the competition, you have to go out and buy the damn thing to send off to somebody else when they win.
Well, that's funny that you make mention of that because I called my brother and I told that when he won, I said, "Tell me which one you want," and he didn't want it. I was like, "No, dude, you won it. You deserve it." My brother's not a trophy guy. I am. I would be pulling that out every week, by the way, if I were you, but you didn't do it.
That's
and
right
of course,
there.
again, not wearing a Couch Potato Sports Show shirt. Got 3 of them, but won't wear them.
Listen, I was trained by Barry Brown, okay? Listen, I get to look at it every time I make my picks. It's right there. He's right there with Michael Irvin.
Yeah. I get it. Anyway.
See here. See, I got it sitting right there, right by Michael Irvin.
By the way, interestingly enough, and we're going to go off. Well, it's sports related, but not our show. Okay, our show, the Couch Potato Sports Show, Sunday morning. We cover them all on the show. Now, that being said, let me find this. I had it. Yeah, let me just find it real quick, and I'll put it up there. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Oh, anyway, I forgot. Oh, I was talking to Cuervo. He thinks, I mean, our new logo or the show poster. He thinks we should be bobbleheads. I think that'd be kind of cool. I think I'm going to see what AI can do and put us as bobbleheads and put them on the front. But I do like our new logo.
I mean, I think it's only fitting that I'd be the center guy because, face it, the whole show does evolve around. Won't do it this week. I'm going to give you a break next week or this Sunday, but it does evolve around what I have to say. That is true. So,
right. Yeah. But here it is. I can just but we were talking when we were doing this. We were talking, and I was. How do I put it? My people are the ones that put us together in our uniforms, by the way, all right, the jerseys that we wear. So my people are the one that does that, but I'm the one that does the other design. So, and that being said, I thought this. Let me just hit this button right here, and it'll take 20. Let me hit this. Delete. I have so many files on it. Don't like to have more than 100. That makes me so mad. I mean, come on. I'm a guy. I got stuff. I got a lot of stuff. But I sent this to you a little bit earlier today. So you right there. Boom. I like it. so you're right there in the middle. You're taking up the whole show. I like it.
I do that a lot, don't I?
But I love it. I mean, it just makes me laugh. So that so there you go.
I mean, it only makes sense, that be the center attention of everything here. So
the center of attention right there.
I mean, if not, I can just knock you the hell out. I mean, you see the video.
Yeah, yeah. I don't have that on there right now. I had to take it off, but I still got it at home. I'll put it back up. I was making room for some other things, so I just took it off for the meantime. But you catch us on from 9 to noon. It's just what we do week in and week out. We're going to take a quick break here on the Couch Potato Sports Show because I do need to get another drink and I do need to use the facilities. But here's what I do. I love this one right here. This is us. Got you in the. I do have you in the middle though, Pot.
I am in the middle, but I'm a lot smaller. I don't feel like that anymore.
But no, I made you, Obi, and Bryce about the same, and just me and Cuervo a little bit.
Okay, I have a question. Now we know that 11 can be either Micah Parsons or Danny White or Drew Bledsoe or whoever. Who was 19 for the Browns?
Bernie Kosar. Obi is a big Bernie Kosar.
Okay,
that's last time they were good.
and then you got Jerome Bettis says Bryce's.
Yeah.
Wasn't 54 Urlacher?
No, 45 is they named the defense after him. It's not Urlacher. It's I'll remember it a minute, but they named the defense the 45 defense. That's what it was named after. No, that's not it. That's a baseball player.
It's not Buckus, and it's not Stephen Michael. Of course, you're a show for Tom Manis. Bingo.
Well, no, they were called actually, it was the 46 defense is what they were called.
Right.
So, but not the 45. But the 45 is a guy that Cuervo likes. I just can't remember who it was. We also got him in the Walter Payton one. If you go to his Couch Potato Sports Show Facebook page, he's got that one up. So
I think he went the Walter Payton one more, but
yeah, the Walter Payton one. If you don't like Walter Payton, you're a Bears fan. To hell with you. You're a real Bears fan. Yeah. So that being said, all right. So let me pop out of that. So what we're going to do now?
Was it Gary Fennick?
Finsick. Yeah, that's it.
Finsick. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's who they named the defense after. But that being said, what we're going to do? No, they didn't name it. I got to find that out. It's in my brain and it's somewhere in a file in the back. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break here on the Couch Potato Sports Show. When we come back, we got more news to talk about. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars. I got something to say about them. And I'll say a little bit of it. And we got Bryce's Steelers. They're going to be but there's Bryce. He showed up a little bit. Yeah. There's Bryce right there. So showing up for us. So we're going to do that. We'll take the quick break here on the Couch Potato Sports Show. When we come back, more stuff. It's the Friday Football Fanatics Show coming to you live from Barrio Brewing Company here in Mesa, Arizona. It is Arizona's oldest brewery. Check us out. We'll be right back here on the Couch Potato Sports Show. Barrios Brewing Company is Arizona's oldest brewery. In 2017, Barrios opened up in Phoenix at the Phoenix Mesa Gateway Airport. Barrios is a roomy brew pub featuring its own brand of craft beers on tap, plus burgers, tacos, as well as sports on TV. Check out a few of their favorites, such as the Barrios Bacon Jam Sliders, 2 beef sliders covered with their own savory bacon jam and cheddar cheese, served on a pretzel roll. Yum. And how about Barrios Brats? The house bratwurst is slowly simmered in a copperhead pale ale, grilled over an open flame, served with your choice of sauerkraut or caramelized onions. Yum again. So check out Barrios, located at 5804 603 South Sossaman Road, number 212 in Mesa, Arizona. Or give them a call at 480-988-7171. That's 480-988-7171. Barrios Brewing Company.
Recently, and for no reason at all, I asked Mint Mobile's legal team if big wireless companies are allowed to raise prices due to inflation. They said yes. And then when I asked if raising prices technically violates those onerous 2-year contracts, they said, "What the f*** are you talking about, you insane Hollywood ass f- Do you know how big their legal department is, face?" So to recap, Mint is actually lowering prices on every plan to just $15 a month. And I will stay the hell out of the legal department.
At Wesson General Contracting Incorporated, we're your one-stop shop for all your general contracting needs. We are locally owned and with over 20 years of experience, so roofing, gutters, sidings, fence staining, painting, foundation problems, or roof damage are no problems at all. Give us a call at 214-200-5588. That's 214-200-5588. Wesson General Contractors.
The prospect of retirement can be exciting and scary at the same time. At Nest Egg Wealth Advisors, we have found many people either approaching or currently in retirement fail to truly maximize some of the benefits offered to them, primarily Social Security. What is it? How does it work? It's simply not a benefit that you start receiving at age 62. Because these decisions are so important, my firm has assembled an informational packet on Social Security. If you would like a complimentary copy of Social Security Maximization, please give our office a call today at 972-412-6064 or visit us on the web at nesteggadvice.com. At the Jerry Bullet Training Center, we are a motivated team of coaches with the mindset of helping you achieve and reach your highest goals. Having developed and trained over 100 Division I athletes as well as Division II athletes, even professional athletes, the Bullet team definitely has the knowledge and mindset to take you to the next level. Check out our new 22,000 square foot facility and 3,000 square foot weight room, along with 4,500 square feet of outdoor turf and covered training area, along with football and soccer fields. Contact Melvin Bullitt at 214-326-7853 or visit their facility just outside of Waterview at 8900 Princeton Road in Rowlett.
Being taken for a ride? Check out Casso Insurance, serving Texans since 1981. Bundle your home, auto, or business insurance and save a ton. Casso Insurance on the corner of Main Street and Rowlett Road, where we make insurance fun. Or check us out on the web at CassoInsurance.com, where we always have the coffee pot on. Yeah, but is it fresh?
There is nothing that beats good home-cooked barbecue. Since 1941, Dickey's Barbecue has done all the cooking and you take all the credit. Come see us today at our Rowlett location, 5701 President George Bush Turnpike, Suite 110 in the Target Shopping Center. Whether you want to eat in or take it home, we will fix you up. For lip-smacking, rib-tickling, knee-slapping, foot-stomping, great-tasting barbecue, come see us at Dickey's Barbecue today.
Here at Fit Body Boot Camp, located in Saxe, the solution is here. Fast, long-lasting weight loss results and the healthy lifestyle you need to keep them. The key to your fat loss success is our signature afterburn workouts, as well as support and motivation from our world-class coaches, and an easy-to-follow nutrition program to help you keep the fat off. Visit your local Fit Body Boot Camp in Saxe today to see the difference for yourself, or give us a call at 214-463-3005. That's 214-463-3005. Fit Body Boot Camp, Saxe. Saxe Ice House is a non-smoking craft beer and beer pub located in the heart of Saxe. The Ice House was opened to provide a friendly, clean, and female-friendly environment. Saxe was lacking a place for service industry, date nights, and girls' nights, as well as happy hours. Excellent service and top-notch food are our priority. On Tuesday, we offer 79-cent wings, as well as half-price burgers on Mondays. So check us out at the Ice House located at 6501 Highway 78 in Saxe, or give us a call at 469-304-1550, or check us out on the web at saxeicehouse.com. Go Mustangs! Have hail damage to your vehicle and you're in the DFW area? Then First Choice Auto Hail is the first choice and right choice for you. First Choice Auto Hail Repair wants to protect your vehicle's value and investment by repairing hail damage. We even cover deductibles up to $1,000 per vehicle and can help you have your vehicle repaired for zero out-of-pocket costs. Give us a call at 469-288-2639. That's 469-288-2639. First Choice Auto Hail Repair, a name you can trust.
All right, we are back here on the Couch Potato Sports Show, coming to you live from Barrio Brewing Company. As we are getting busy, I'm dancing with the hostess and trying to get out of the way. Very big, very packed in here tonight. And get the opportunity. They got some great. It's the Arizona's oldest brewing company and some of the best ones out there. The Barrio Blonde is one of the favorites here at Barrio, as well as the Ruby Red is really good as well. Some of the good ones that are out here, check it out. Got lots of people joining us out here on a Friday night for Friday Football Fanatics on the Couch Potato Sports Show. Everybody having a good time. We got some, I love coming over here and talking to these guys because they don't mind if we interrupt them. It's just one of those things. We got our guys here. Hey, guys, good evening. Thank you guys for your service. These are some of the, we're here at the old, this was Williams Air Force Base back in the day, right? So, and you guys come out here. Why are you guys out here? Is this still a place where you guys go and you do your business out here?
Actually, so instructors from the Air Force is primary training.
Wonderful. Yeah, and all these out here, they're all parked right there. Yeah, right out there. Yeah, well, it's a little dark and hard. But we're on the Couch Potato Sports Show. We're up there on the yeah. So, well, you didn't know we were here. You guys take the back way in here, so yeah, so to check it out. But good to see you, gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. You want to talk some football? You're more than welcome to head on over right over there where I'm at. Good to see you. Thank you for your service. And there's another one. Another word, service. Thank you for your service. Hey, come on, talk about your football team. Better than mine, the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, you know, and we got and more folks out here just enjoying their time here at Barrios here. So check them out here. This is good stuff. Lots of fun. And I like interrupting people sometimes, so I'm going to interrupt here. I'm coming in hot. Sonny Clark from the Couch Potato Sports Show. How you doing? It's good to see you. How's your football team doing this year?
Doing fine.
What team?
Good.
Well, that's a baseball team.
Oh, look,
Football team. Yeah, the Cuervo, our fine co-host of this program, is a big Bear fan. So there you go. What about how's your team doing? Basketball. The Colts. The Colts are playing good football this year. And by the way, on my show, I was the only one predicted that they were going to be good. So I like to take that credit. How about you, team? How's your team doing?
I don't like football, but I like the pants.
You like the what?
The football pants.
The football pants. Well, see, I love it. This is what it's all about here. You're having a lot of fun. You're having a good time. What are you drinking?
A margarita.
A margarita, and you too. That's a margarita. And what are you? Fine wine. A fine wine. Thank you, ladies, for letting me interrupt you. You have a great rest of your day. Lots of fun out here at Barrios as more people keep coming in and coming in. That's just what we do here on the Couch Potato Sports Show as we enjoy our evening. I'll take my seat back right here. As we are all set, give me a moment. I'll be right there. Sonny Bingo. That's what I call this one. Be right back.
There we go. I am back as we walked around. And this place is packed tonight. I would love to say it's because of me, but I doubt it. But that being said, it is a lot of fun out here. Good atmosphere. We lost the potfather. The potfather said he had to go somewhere. And since he can and do it, he's going to go do it. So I have the personal speaker here for us as far as that's concerned, but I'm not going to do it. It's kind of crowded and be kind of loud, but this is just what we're doing here. And we do this on Fridays now since, I had a little adjustment in my schedule. So we decided to come out on Friday. It was a good night to come out and talk sports and everybody to come out. Hopefully we'll get some folks come in here, talk about their football team as we're here on the Couch Potato Sports Show here live from Barrio Brewing Company out here at the Mesa Gateway Airport. Now, lots of fun as we get set. Now, we go back to it. See, the father doesn't get it. And I think he thinks too logically sometimes. And I want to get back to the Dallas Cowboys and the Trey Hendrickson situation. So this whole thing, we know the telephone was picked up because they called the team. Now, I'm not saying that they didn't ask for too much, that being the Bengals. I'm not saying Trey Henderson said, I ain't going to the Dallas Cowboys. I might as well just stay here. I'm not saying that. But what stands out is zero reports that they were going after Trey Henderson. The reports never came until this hit. And when I heard that the Cowboys traded someone on the Bengals, I was about time they go out and get this. No. They acquired Logan Wilson, middle linebacker. Now, is that a place where they need help? Absolutely. Does that mean that they should have went and got this guy? I'm not saying, listen, I know who he is. Let's just make sure we understand that. But that being said, of course, that's the name of this show. You don't go after guys that are not going to be impact players for you next year or the rest of this year. And with the way that the Dallas Cowboys' schedule is working out, they got an opportunity to where if they had it. Now, if Logan Wilson comes in and cleans up and becomes the leader that you would expect the Dallas Cowboys to go make a trade for it, hey, we'll give them the golf clap all day long for making a move. And I'll be one that will just come out and be a guy that will look at what has happened and finally see what the deal is. You got a good guy. He's a solid dude. But the superstar, I want, in other words, I want to say it, but sometimes I can't. So Dallas Cowboys and Dallas Cowboy fans, you should be a little pissed off. And again, I hope I do hope he does what he needs to do for the Dallas Cowboys. I really do. So that being said, Caleb Williams, okay? Look at these numbers. We were talking a little bit about it when you looked at the teams and where they are. They've already won as many games as they did last year. But look where they are now. Ben Johnson, was he the guy? Yes, no, maybe so. But what I will say is that what you're seeing Caleb Williams, I wanted to see him to go destroy the Raiders. That didn't happen. But still, look at those numbers, where they at to this one. An improvement is not only necessary at the time, but it's proven. Now, are the Chicago Bears NFL contenders for the playoffs? I don't know if you should be able to say, hey, yes, that's what's going on. But I will say this, and I said it on this show, when people are just saying I'm bashing Caleb Williams, I hardly bashed him. I bashed him a little bit. But I also have come around to Caleb Williams and the opportunity for him to be a big shot for a long time for the Chicago Bears. Whether or not it'll happen, that's always a good question. But right now, with what is going on with the Chicago Bears in that division, if they start playing well, could we see 3 teams from that division? Like maybe the AFC West, where you got the Chargers, Broncos, and Chiefs? Could be the question. But I will say this. The likelihood, no. And I don't even think Cuervo would say that there's a likelihood. But it's nice to see. But my Jaguars this week, they have the Houston Texans. And what I'm going to say right now, I know people just think that I just love bashing my Jacksonville Jaguars. No, I don't. I actually don't get that much enjoyment. Now, Frank Gore, yeah. That said, the Jaguars need to win this game. The Jaguars have the opportunity. They're playing in Houston. They have an opportunity to go in there. And David Mills, do not sleep on David Mills. I have not decided who I'm picking in this game. I like their chances because it's the backup. But when you look at what's going on at the quarterback position for the Jacksonville Jaguars, you're scratching your head when you watch Trevor Lawrence play sometimes. He'll make a spectacular play and he threw one so bad last week. I couldn't believe my eyes. I was like, and this is an NFL quarterback that has been in this league, signing the big contract, he made 2 god-awful passes. It was awful. It's not what you're expecting from your franchise quarterback with the quote-unquote potential of winning. Now, the expectations with the guy, okay? The expectations for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Duval.
Nerd City. But I'm going to say this, and I mean it with all affection. If the nerd can lead this team, which he has, listen, some of those games are losses last year. You've seen those games, they were losses. Now, they dug them out. Now, that comes from really good coaching. You got to congratulate that situation. But I will say this. When the Dallas Cowboys just drop a bomb and play horrible like they did on Monday Night Football, I look at what should have happened in that game, and I worry about the Jacksonville Jaguars in Houston. Especially defensively, that's a football team, guys, on the defensive side of the ball. And it's one that you don't want to mess with. The Jaguars got their hands full this week, and I'm talking full. And I still don't know if I want to pick them to win that game. It's good, bad, or indifferent, yes. But I'm trying to be a realist with my football team. They did not play well against the Raiders 2 weeks ago. They were lucky to get that win in Las Vegas. So when I see it, I'll believe it. When I see it on a consistent level, I'll believe it. Until then, I got this guy, not the coach that we're actually seeing. Again, I'm going to give him all the credit in the world and congratulate him because those games they would not have won those games. So, shout out to him. Congratulations. Make sure you check us out on Sunday morning on the Couch Potato Sports Show. Join us. We're going to think about bobbleheads. I don't know. I love the new picture. Love my people. My people putting that together so we can make this nice poster. like to think that's my sister-in-law. She's a wonder, and she's an artiste. All right. So that being said, what we're going to do, we're going to take another quick break here on the Couch Potato Sports Show. I got to get my order in for the night. And that also being said, we will talk some more stuff because there's more stuff to talk about regarding this week. Some other NFL news. We'll do that when we come back here on the Couch Potato Sports Show. And make sure you join us on Sunday. For that being said, we will be right back.
Barrios Brewing Company is Arizona's oldest brewery. In 2017, Barrios opened up in Phoenix at the Phoenix Mesa Gateway Airport. Barrios is a roomy brew pub featuring its own brand of craft beers on tap, plus burgers, tacos, as well as sports on TV. Check out a few of their favorites, such as the Barrios Bacon Jam Sliders, 2 beef sliders covered with their own savory bacon jam and cheddar cheese, served on a pretzel roll. Yum. And how about Barrios Brats? The house bratwurst is slowly simmered in a copperhead pale ale grilled over an open flame, served with your choice of sauerkraut or caramelized onions. Yum again. So check out Barrios, located at 5803 South Sossaman Road, number 212 in Mesa, Arizona. Or give them a call at 480-988-7171. That's 480-988-7171.
At Wesson General Contracting Incorporated, we're your one-stop shop for all your general contracting needs. We are locally owned and with over 20 years of experience, so roofing, gutters, sidings, fence staining, painting, foundation problems, or roof damage are no problems at all. Give us a call at 214-200-5588. That's 214-200-5588. Wesson General Contractors.
The prospect of retirement can be exciting and scary at the same time. At Nest Egg Wealth Advisors, we have found many people either approaching or currently in retirement fail to truly maximize some of the benefits offered to them, primarily Social Security. What is it? How does it work? It's simply not a benefit that you start receiving at age 62. Because these decisions are so important, my firm has assembled an informational packet on Social Security. If you would like a complimentary copy of Social Security Maximization, please give our office a call today at 972-412-6064 or visit us on the web at nesteggadvice.com.
Recently, and for no reason at all, I asked Mint Mobile's legal team if big wireless companies are allowed to raise prices due to inflation. They said yes. And then when I asked if raising prices technically violates those onerous 2-year contracts, they said, "What the f*** are you talking about, you insane Hollywood ass? Do you know how big their legal department is, face?" So to recap, Mint is actually lowering prices on every plan to just $15 a month. And I will stay the hell out of the legal department.
Back to commercial.
Have hail damage to your vehicle and you're in the DFW area? Then First Choice Auto Hail is the first choice and right choice for you. First Choice Auto Hail Repair wants to protect your vehicle's value and investment by repairing hail damage. We even cover deductibles up to $1,000 per vehicle and can help you have your vehicle repaired for zero out-of-pocket costs. Give us a call at 469-288-2639. That's 469-288-2639. First Choice Auto Hail Repair, a name you can trust.
And welcome back into the Couch Potato Sports Show. It is me, Sonny Clark, the hardest working man in sports radio, as we are here on Friday night, Friday Football Fanatics, coming to you live from Barrio Brewing Company here at the Mesa Gateway Airport. Make sure you get on there. I had to get my order in for the night. So and they're really busy, so I had to grab. I had to do it when they were available to get it from. They haven't been sacked. Of course, that's the name of the show. Catch us from 9 to noon on Sunday. We talked briefly a little bit about some of the things that were coming down. But I want to talk about this news right here. When I was looking at the beginning of this season about the Washington Commanders, I saw a lot of potential. After the rookie season that Jaden Daniels had is huge. But when now, where the Commanders are, this is a football team right now. Makes you kind of wonder where they could have been if they had a Shadir Sanders. I don't know. But what I do know is sometimes I will say, hey, it is, let's see here. Yeah, I got a message from Tarvin. Good to see you, Tarvin. But where was? Oh, yeah. So the Commanders should be a football team that should have been the Shadir Sanders kind of thing. But I heard the asking price for Shadir Sanders was the 3rd round draft pick. Okay. Now, that being said, of course, that's the name. What? Bryce, it's just unbelievable. But with this guy down, it surely gives like a definition in reality of what is called the sophomore slump. We're just seeing, whether it be injuries or the actual performance from Jaden Daniels out on the football field. We're not getting what we saw last year. And it just goes to show how important film is. Film is really, really important. And again, I say it on this show all the time. Give me a defensive coordinator who has some time with some film with a second-year quarterback. How they did in college means absolutely nothing. Their adjustment to the NFL is where the defensive coordinators make their money when it comes to second-year quarterbacks when they're going to play that football team. Finding out what will distract the player. Finding out what makes them make the mistakes. And again, guys, give me that defensive coordinator all day long. They are all over it. They know what to do, when to do, why to do. Now, all that being said, when you take a look at what kind of football team that was expected to be there, Jaden Daniels is a big part of it. But at the same time, when you got Dan Quinn leading that football team, that defense should be lights out, and it's not. Whether or not that's good, bad, or indifferent, when you're looking at it, it's always bad, especially when you got the situation the Commanders have, which is they don't have their starter. They don't have their guy that they're expecting to be that guy. So whether or not later on in the season we'll see Jaden Daniels back, I'm not sure if that's for the whole year, the injured reserve or not. Let me find out. Let me just bring it up here. Yeah, all right. So they're not going to put him on IR. They're going to evaluate him in the bye week, which is this week for him. But man, that's where you got to find out where they are, and whether or not you are a Washington Commanders fan. Remember the division they play in, because that's what makes the difference between a team as far as the Washington Commanders are concerned and where they are in the standings at 3-6. Now, the Eagles are running away with this, okay? They're 3 games ahead of the Dallas Cowboys and the Commanders. So, what you're going to have to see as far as the Commanders are concerned, they got to see, first of all, is this injury really bad enough to where we can be without him for at least 4 weeks? Because that's the injury reserve that they want to put up and where they are as far as that's concerned. So the Washington Commanders, this is what they're dealing with coming up. So they're on the bye. They're November 9th. They're not on the bye. They're playing Washington. And then, or Washington's playing the Lions, excuse me. Then Washington has the Dolphins, then the Broncos. After the Dolphins, there's a bye, and then the Broncos after the bye. Then the Vikings and the Giants. Then the Eagles. This is tough. This is not easy for that type of football team who's not playing well. And they end with Eagles, Cowboys, Eagles again. Last 3 weeks of the season. Doesn't look all that great when you kind of look at it. Doesn't look good. Especially depending on the injury. We got to find out if Jaden Daniels will be able to muster it up and figure it out. They're going to wait until after. That means Jaden Daniels is not starting this week, ladies and gentlemen. So that's a huge loss for them. Then, my Jaguars getting up to Kobe Myers. Again, not Travis Hunter talent, but this is a good enough replacement because you're not going to replace a Travis Hunter. Again, now, Travis Hunter still hasn't made his name, but the potential of what he could be. This is the reason why this is not the worst pickup for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So how they'll handle that and how it will work out, it'll give a target with losing Travis Hunter. It actually gives them a target that they might be able to depend on. Where they'll go, big stuff. The traits that the Saints have traded away Rashad Shaheed, and this was the question, Christopher Vole or Shaheed. Well, there you go. You got your answer. But I'm going to tell you something right now, ladies and gentlemen. When you look at the Seattle Seahawks, I want them to be the Geno Smith Seattle Seahawks, but they are not. And when you see what the Seattle Seahawks have been doing with Sam Darnold at the quarterback position, I think you almost got to be impressed. That defense, stellar in Seattle. And up on the top, that Sam Darnold's playing like an all-pro. Watch out. The Saints get the Panthers this week, but who cares about that? The Seattle Seahawks, on the other hand, I think they're on the bye, actually. No, the Seahawks get the Arizona Cardinals, who beat the Dallas Cowboys this past week. So, interestingly enough, that the story will be this week regarding Seattle is how will they do with their new guy? Will they be able to pick it up? I don't know. Here's some more stuff that's happening. Here's the Jets trade. Sauce Gardner. Adios. And he makes his way over. You watching me? I'm watching you. I'm watching you. I'm entertaining out here. I got the little ones. We're here at Barrio. They're on the outside, out on the porch and stuff. So good to see you. Happy little kid. I think he thinks I'm Santa. That being said, it's actually kind of fun. Good little kid. Good little kids. It's a nice little family place that you can come out to. Good stuff. So where were we? Okay. All right. So let's hit this right here. All right. Here's your draft order if it happened now. Good, better, and different, right? Right now, New Orleans and and the Tennessee Titans, the Jets trade away their future with Sauce Gardner. That's a big, big, big trade. Big, big time loss. And the teams that you expect to be there at the top of the draft are the teams you expect. Every single one of them, all the way 1 through 9. 10, they got Baltimore there, LA after that, the Arizona Cardinals, but 1 through 9, maybe not, maybe 1 through 8, because I didn't even expect or thought that the Washington Commanders would be where they are at this point in the season. I really did. I expected more from them. Good, better, and different. So that's the draft orders. Then let's get back to the Sauce Gardner. Then you got Williams. He's gone. He's went to the Dallas Cowboys. This is good pickup for him in reality. And back to the story of Dallas losing their defensive tackle. I don't think that was the plan in reality for that to happen, but it was right. And those are the other pickups out there. So then the Saints also get rid of an offensive lineman, Trevor Penning. I'm telling you right now, this is a big mistake. The Chargers need to fill Joe Alt's shoes because of injury. And this is a good guy to get it. But, man, that's going to be a big loss for the Saints. If you're a Saint fan, big losses. The Jets, here they go. This is what they get with the Sauce Gardner and Williams. First round draft pick, 25 and 26. Second round draft pick in 26. Another one, 26. And 27 first round. 27 first round. 27, 3 first round draft picks for the Jets. Watch out. Joe Flacco. And then look at guys. I'm telling you right now, this guy's going to go again next year. I don't know what team he's going to be on, but this guy's going to go again next year. You can't deny it. The numbers are there. But really, is he a starting quarterback in the NFL? You could question, and you'd have a right to question. But huge. This was the one that we put up. Look at that. 4 wins last year for the Patriots. They've won 7. They almost doubled that up. The Jaguars, 1 game of what they did better, game 8. So they got 9 more to go. The Bears matching what they did last year after 8 games. The Panthers have won more games or won the same amount of games they played last year. And, of course, San Francisco doing what they are doing. They just find a way to win with the injuries. Here's what the standings would be if we went to the playoffs. Look at those teams. The Jaguars would be there. But the AFC winner right now, Colts on top. Eagles on top in the NFC. And their regulars there. These would be the teams I would think that will be there toward the end as well. Notice no Dallas Cowboys. Make funny. So, how would you grade this off season as far as the NFC is concerned? I think the Bears should be an A. And the Giants are right where they should be. The Cardinals are not a C+, but Jacoby Brissett makes them kind of that way. And, yeah, the Dallas Cowboys, they're deep. They're getting some great stuff on the offensive side of the ball, but that defense is lacking. And the Seattle Seahawks, again, up on top of that, I'm telling you right now, that's a team that you're going to have to watch out for. Green Bay Packers, B, I think they're C. I think that loss last week was a big, big loss, and also showed a lot of holes in the armor frame. So, interestingly enough, There's the AFC North. I showed that. I think they hit this one. All right, so here's your passers. I can't believe that we're talking about Daniel Jones as the best passer in the NFL right now. Remember, this is the Daniel Jones that played for the New York Giants, and they couldn't get anything out of this guy. Sometimes that change in scenery makes a big, big difference. And then, of course, Herbert's right there, Patrick Mahomes there. Dak Prescott playing out of his mind, but can't get the wins because their defense is so bad. And then there you got Drake May for a football team for the Patriots doing what he's doing. The expectations should not have been there. Interesting stuff there. All right, here's your receiving guys. That's Seattle Seahawks. That defense is going to go a long way, and that offense is a B+ right now. Makes them probably one of the best teams that no one's talking about in the NFC right now. And I can't believe we're even talking about it. Jamar Chase doing it without his guy. He's doing it with Joe Flacco and a stand-in that shouldn't have been there. Incredible. George Perkins turns out to be a pretty good pickup for the Dallas Cowboys, huh? Absolutely. It was the best thing that happened to Perkins. Really. Because when you think about what has been going on in Pittsburgh and how they're getting rid of some players and things and how they get rid of them, it comes to play here. So interestingly enough, the rushing yards out there, that hasn't changed much. Jonathan Taylor, though, moved in first place behind, and Cook slid behind him. But these are the same from last week. And everybody looking very good as far as that's concerned. Even Williams for the Dallas Cowboys out there. So, but this is the top 10 ranking. I don't agree with it. I would drop, or I would move Seattle up, at least into Tampa Bay's area. I think I would slide them actually to number 3. I'd move Buffalo up to number 2. I'd move Seattle to number 4. Tampa Bay, I would move to probably the Rams because I'd move the Rams up. Indianapolis, I don't know if they're ready for prime time. So that's another one. Denver, 7 in a row? I don't know. Am I impressed? Not really. Should I be? Yes, but I'm not. Pretender, contender? I don't know. Green Bay? Detroit should be ahead of Green Bay. They're just playing better. So, that being said, that's just one of those things. All right, that also being said, catch us on the Couch Potato Sports Show on Sunday, 9 to noon as we look them all on. That being said, on the Couch Potato Sports Show with Bryce Obie, Podfather, Cuervo, and myself, Sonny Clark, the hardest working man in sports radio. We'll look at them all on Sunday, and I hope everybody has a great week if we don't see you on Sunday. And, of course, my computer doesn't want this to work. That's the way it works. If I push that, maybe, nope, it's not going to work. So, but we're going to be out of here. We'll take the quick break. I'll slide out and come back in. But join us on Sunday for the Couch Potato Sports Show.